The Outerworlds is now exclusive to the Epic Games Store, and the reception is about what you'd expect. Could Cyberpunk 2077 be releasing this June? And Google Stadia is trying to change the gaming ecosystem. I'm Timothy Tien, and this is the Weekly Roundup. Before we get started, I want to quickly apologize for the lack of weekly roundups and videos in general these past few weeks. Our schedules have gotten a little bit hectic lately, so it's been really hard to find time to film and edit these, so bear with us while we get this stuff settled. Hopefully it won't be as big of an issue moving forward because we're trying our best to get these videos out to you guys, so without further ado, let's get going. When it was announced that Metro Exodus was going to be exclusive to the Epic Games Store, fans were not happy at all, mostly due to the fact that it was already expected for a Steam release, and players were already pre-ordering the game on that platform. Epic Games has been on a spree lately trying to bring players in with free games and the like. However, lately it's been more about bringing third-party exclusives to their storefront. Their latest acquisition was the Outerworlds, the highly anticipated game that fans have been dubbing a spiritual successor to the old-school Fallout games. The Outerworlds tweeted on Monday saying, quote, "Our partners at Epic Games have announced that the Outerworlds will be coming to the Epic Games Store at launch alongside the Windows Store. It will be released on other digital platforms 12 months later. The Outerworlds will still release on Xbox and PS4 on launch." The audience reception of this is about what you'd expect. Tons of people are pretty pissed about this, especially when the game was originally marketed for Steam. Now, it is a timed exclusive, so we will see it on Steam a year later, but it's still a shady business practice. What's also frustrating fans is getting forced into an inferior platform, which I go into more detail about in a prior video. Instead of creating competition by offering a better platform, they're artificially creating it by walling off products and splitting the PC community. And more companies are falling prey to this and signing exclusivity deals with Epic Games. But one company is refusing to cave. CD Projekt Red has reassured their fans that Cyberpunk 2077 will not become an Epic Games Store exclusive. Their global community lead responded to some community concerns saying, quote, "Our goal is to make Cyberpunk 2077 available to as many gamers as possible on their platform of choice." And in response to this tweet saying, quote, "Please, please, please don't make this an Epic Games Store exclusive," the official Cyberpunk 2077 Twitter replied with, "Yeah, pass on that." Which is a real breath of fresh air considering the recent trends, and it's especially refreshing to hear this for a highly anticipated game. It's not exactly news that Cyberpunk 2077 is one of the most anticipated games of all time. However, we still don't have a confirmed release date. One thing we know for sure now, though, is that the game will be released before 2021. According to the strategy post on the official CD Projekt Red website, if you scroll down to their plans section for 2017 to 2021, you can see that they plan to release Cyberpunk 2077 within this time frame. What is a bit curious, however, is they also plan to release another unnamed AAA RPG title as well. A lot of people are expecting something within the Witcher universe, not necessarily another mainline Witcher game, but it could be a spin-off with a different character. We saw something like this already with Thronebreaker, the single-player campaign for Gwent. But the time frame is so close together. Cyberpunk 2077 is already a huge task for the studio, and to be working on another major AAA title alongside it seems pretty crazy. Now, I will admit that the studio has grown quite significantly over the years, so they probably can pull it off, but we'll have to wait and see. Now, there's been debate about whether the game will release this year or in 2020, but there's some pretty compelling evidence that we could see the game launch as early as June this year. According to an article by PC Games N, CD Projekt Red was given funding from the Polish government to research new game techniques, namely seamless multiplayer, animation excellence, cinematic feel, and city creation, which the article states has a deadline. The article goes on to state that, quote, "Assuming they're for Cyberpunk, they totally are, there has to be a Cyberpunk 2077 release date in June 2019. The next paragraph also mentions the company's claims to target current-gen consoles, which also matches with a 2019 release date, since the PS4's lifecycle has been rumored to end around 2020. But this is still all speculation. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Google revealed its upcoming game streaming service, which will launch in North America and Europe later this year. It's called Stadia, and Google says it's designed to bring together people who play games and people who watch them on YouTube. Apparently, they're building it into the YouTube platform so people watching videos on the game can also play it with the click of a button. Essentially, it's a remote streaming service, which isn't particularly new, but what makes Stadia a bit different is the fact that Google already has the massive infrastructure to make it happen. It doesn't require separate hardware, and Google says it's designed to let you stream games at up to 4K 60 FPS with future 8K support. Alongside Stadia, Google announced their own first-party game studio, unsurprisingly dubbed Stadia Games and Entertainment. Could this change the gaming ecosystem? It's tough to say since there's been major issues with services like this in the past, but let us know what you guys think in the comments. And if you like our stuff, get subscribed and follow us on Facebook and Twitter. That's all for now, and I'll catch you guys next time.